Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast. Time to hashtag everything. We talk about all the fun, crazy stories on social media. From Instagram to Facebook, Twitter to Tumblr, or probably even Friendster. Join us each week as we explore the quirky side of social media. It's the Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast.
It's simple, such a sad song. The one that we rely on to get us.
Welcome to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, brought to you by GSMC Podcast Network. Me and Heidi are here today as your hosts. You want to say hi?
Hi. Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
I like that attitude. I haven't seen
Just
that
a
one.
sorry, not sorry. You know, it's that kind of day.
There you go. Today we're going to talk about, our first topic actually is Prince Henry and Meghan Markle, how they announced the arrival of their new baby. And I've been seeing a lot of this on social media, on my social media, just everywhere. But instead of just like talking about like, oh, they're having a baby, I was kind of reading on it. And there's interesting things that I found that, as far as the sovereignty line in the UK and how like they're named and titled and things like that. So just to start off with, Meghan Markle and Prince Henry are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Sussex?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That word.
Yeah, that word. I'm probably like saying it totally wrong. But anyway, she's due next spring, and this came 5 months after their wedding. Like this announcement came 5 months, so they wasted no time, which good for them. High five. I didn't know she was 3 years older than him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't know she was 37.
Me either.
I was surprised. That's definitely older.
Yeah, because
hence not wasting any time.
Right,
you know?
Exactly. Get it done. Yeah, well, I didn't know. Okay, so he's 34, Prince Henry, or Prince Harry. Did I call him Henry earlier
It's okay.
too?
It's okay.
It's not here. Whatever. Prince Harry's 34. Meghan is 37. I totally thought they were like in their late 20s. I don't know why.
Yeah, I always assume that.
Yeah.
But I guess that makes sense because is he the younger brother?
Yeah.
Okay, he's the younger
Prince
brother.
William is his older brother.
Okay.
So yeah. But this child would be 7th in line to the British throne. So not too far off, but still kind of down the line. I'm watching a series with my daughter and my sister called Victoria.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And how she was like super far down the line, and then she ended up being queen, which is just crazy.
How far down the line was she?
I think it was like in the teens or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, but there was a large gap between like the cousin who was, or the person who was there, and then her. It was probably like 15, 20 years almost, because he was all old and then she was the new baby. So they had to like wait for her to, it's a crazy story. It's cute, weird because she marries her cousin, but
Yeah, I mean the royal family.
yeah. What can you do? But 7th in line behind Prince Charles, he's the Prince of Wales, who's next in line. And then who's Prince Harry's dad, the dad of Prince Harry and Prince William. Mm-hmm. And then Prince William would be next in line, and he's the Duke of Cambridge. And then Prince William's son, like his kids would come next before any of Prince Harry's kids.
Okay.
Yeah, so they follow the first son line.
Okay.
So all of Prince William's kids would be even before Prince Harry, which is like what are William's kids' names? Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and their new one, Prince
Louis.
So
then if they had another kid, then
it would still come before Prince Harry.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, well, Prince Harry, that's kind of sucks for you, I
so
guess.
then it goes Prince Harry and then his kids.
And then his kids,
So then it
yeah.
would be like the oldest of his kid and then the one
Yeah.
after that. Okay.
Yeah. But then even then, I think if like once the current queen is gone and Prince Charles from the Prince of Wales becomes king, then Prince William becomes the Prince of Wales. And then
Oh.
everything moves up. But then Prince William's son, I think, would be the Duke of Cambridge. And then it's his line that would go next. And I think
Really?
kind of Prince, yeah. So
Wow.
Prince
So,
Harry's
he's
kind
probably
of just,
not going to become king.
No. Which, you know, the line thing there with the sovereignty levels and, you know, how it goes, wherever it goes, is a little bit complicated. But
Would you want to like be a royal? Like I wouldn't want to
No.
rule.
No.
You know? I mean, it's not like you
Yeah.
actually rule. You're kind of like a figurehead. but
right, exactly.
I wouldn't want to do that.
No, I wouldn't want to be the face of it. You know how many people try and assassinate you?
Right. Yeah.
So I'll be like, no, I'll do stuff in the background and like maybe be like governor or something like that. But I wouldn't want to be like the ruler of, because I guess at the end of the day, they might have the last say if it's like voted upon or something like that. Back then they did. I don't know. I don't
yes.
really think that's how it works now.
No, now I think it's more ceremonial. You know, like there's
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
their prime minister, and then
Yeah.
like the royal family is more of like a ceremonial thing. Like you like knight people,
Yeah.
and like because like Prince William and Prince Harry do a lot of charity work.
Yeah, they do.
So I feel like it's a lot of that and like bringing attention to certain causes and things like that, which I would way rather do than
Yeah.
be like the queen and having to like knight people and
Yeah, no.
do all these like other ceremonial duties.
Right.
You know?
Which is crazy because the queen now is the longest reigning queen, from what I hear. So
Yeah.
that's crazy. She's been in the throne for a long time, which is kind of cool though. I mean,
Yeah, it
she's kind of old though.
So when she was like became queen, what is her name again?
Elizabeth. I
Elizabeth.
think,
Okay,
yeah.
so then when Queen Elizabeth became queen, I guess she's just been doing the same thing for so
Lots
long.
of years.
Yeah, that's
Lots
a long
of years.
time.
Yeah. So this was a interesting thing on how they like title their kids. According to a decree in 1917, King George V kind of made a decree that said any great grandchildren of the current sovereign would not be called prince or princess. So they were just like the names. Unless it's the, what does it say? Unless it's the eldest male descendant of the direct male line, then you'll be prince whatever.
So the great grandchildren. So like,
So like right now it's Queen Elizabeth, right? And then the next is Prince, what's his name? Prince Charles. Then Prince William. And then Prince William's oldest son,
Prince George.
George. Yeah. So their second son, Louis, he wouldn't get to call, get the title prince.
So technically, if we're saying Princess Charlotte, we shouldn't be saying that. She should just be Charlotte.
Well, that's the thing. So Queen Elizabeth in 2002 revised that decree.
Oh.
And so that way all of Prince William's kids will get the title prince or princess.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Would that be the same for Prince Harry then too?
No, not right now. It's not. It's just for the direct first male line.
Oh,
So-
sorry, Harry.
Yeah. Which I thought that was crazy because Prince Harry's kids will be called Earl or Lady of whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's still some title, but
Yeah.
it's not Prince or Princess.
Exactly. So that's just interesting to me. And then just a small thing. I thought it was kind of annoying that people on Twitter were using the hashtag like POC, which is Prince or Princess of Color. Yeah.
That's weird.
I just think that, excuse me. I just think that there's plenty of princes or princesses of color in other nations.
Right, yeah.
Not just like the UK. There's like plenty around the world. So why... I get that, you know, they're saying, because this is the first as far as the royal family in London or like in the UK, but still, that's kind of not really cool to say to me.
Right, and that's also not correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there are other... Yeah.
Right. So I was like, there's plenty of there's kings, queens, princes, princesses. Some they call them like emperors or whatever in their country. So I was just all like, that's kind of annoying. I don't like really seeing that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but I kind of thought that was cool that Prince or Queen Elizabeth changed that for Prince Williams. I hope she does it for Prince Henry, because if I was a cousin and I'd be like, why do you get to be called prince or princess? Like, I'm your cousin. We should, be all called that or whatever. But I don't know. That's just the royal family and how their rules go. I mean, congratulations to Prince Harry and
Meghan.
Meghan, yeah. She doesn't get to be, she doesn't get the title princess, does she?
No. Is she a duchess?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so she's a duchess.
Yeah, she's
All right.
Duchess. And even though he's still Prince Harry, he's still Duke of Sussex, and she's Duchess of Sussex. So,
I see.
he still holds the title Prince. So
then Prince William, his wife,
she's a Duchess also. They're Duke and Duchess of Cambridge.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. And I think that just moves up the line, like I said, like when the dad, Prince Charles, becomes king after Elizabeth's gone, then Prince William will be Prince of Wales, and then it just kind of moves up like that.
I've also heard rumors that Prince William would not take the throne. I've heard that he would not. He would
like after his dad.
No. So Prince William after his, Prince Charles after his mother, Queen Elizabeth, stepped down. That Prince Charles would not take the throne.
He doesn't
that he
want
would
it?
Give it to William.
Really?
I've heard that rumor.
See, now I have to look that up.
Yeah, and I wonder because he's also.
Is he kind of older too?
Because he's older too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've heard that he wouldn't take it, which I don't know. Because then Prince William probably still wouldn't be the longest ruling because Elizabeth became queen when she was younger.
Yeah, she was.
But I think that maybe because Charles is older and has his second wife and all of that, maybe he wouldn't want it. I don't know.
Right. He would just because I don't think he would have it for that long anyway.
No, he wouldn't.
Maybe less than 10 years, and then it would go to William anyway.
Yeah. So I've heard that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, way to save some time.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The ultimate gift for your son.
Right.
I also wonder, so why Cambridge and Sussex?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do they live in Cambridge?
Yeah, I am still lost on that. I just know that's what their titles are. So I'm just like, okay, cool. But I thought that was interesting as far as, the titles and what the names have to be or can't be or things like that. So, I mean, they're all doing good though. Hopefully they have a nice, healthy baby. Congrats to them. And especially with her being 37, that's kind of like high risk because that's a little bit later in life. Yeah. But I'm sure they have the funds to make sure she'll be okay.
They also probably won't have as many kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even if they do, there's other ways like surrogates or anything like that.
Man, I don't know if the royal family would like that.
I know, right?
They probably wouldn't be okay.
They'd be like, no, you're having
She's got to have at least 2.
Yeah. Oh gosh. On that, we're going to go ahead and take a break and we'll be right back with some more social media news.
Always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Welcome back to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next topic, which is about a lady who leaves a 2-year-old on the wrong doorstep. Now, I watched this video. It's like 23 seconds, and I was so upset because the lady did what she did. So what happened was a woman in Texas was dropping off this child for her friend. Her friend was in the hospital and asked her to...
The friend is the mother?
Yeah, the friend is the mom of the child, the son, the boy, I guess. Anyway, she brings the boy up to the doorstep, and the house that she leaves him at has like those cameras.
A security camera?
Yeah, on the front door. And so she's like holding the baby by his arm. He's a 2-year-old. Like, to me, I'm just going to keep calling him baby because that's what I do. But she's holding the baby up by like his left arm, and she kind of just puts him on the doorstep, drops his bags, rings the doorbell a bunch of times, knocks a bunch of times, and runs off. She doesn't wait for anybody to open the door to make sure the baby's okay. She just leaves, jumps in her car, and drives off. It was ridiculous. I was like, who does that? And
It's like a prank. Like a
right.
bad
It's like,
prank.
this isn't real, right?
Yeah.
Well, the family whose house it was, they answer the door, they see the baby, and he's just standing there like, oh, his poor little face. When the lady took off running, he like turns around and is like, I don't know what's going on. It was so sad. I was like, oh,
Thank God someone was home.
Exactly. So they called 911 and they're like, somebody just dropped this kid off on our doorstep. We don't know what's going on. So the police came and took the little boy into custody, into child protective custody. And they put the story on the news. Like I don't know if it was that night or maybe it was the next day, but the dad of the child recognized that was his son. And so he called and he was like, that's my son. I don't know what happened. Well, the story is behind it is he was making arrangements with the mom for the baby to be dropped off. The mom's in the hospital.
The baby to be dropped off at his house?
At his house,
Okay.
yeah. Which he lives right next door. Yeah. And yeah, the baby was supposed to be, so the mom makes arrangements for her friend to drop the baby off around 3 in the afternoon. That's when she was supposed to bring him. This video was more like around 6, 7 at night. It was dark outside. And so the dad says, I was texting her, trying to call her. She's in the hospital. So it was kind of hard for her to like answer the phone, but she was texting me back and saying, no, he should be there like around 3. And since he didn't show up, he tried to call her, message her, and didn't hear anything. So him and his either girlfriend or wife now like went out. They were like, okay, well, we're going to run out really quick, like in the evening. So they weren't home. The next door neighbors were, and he's over here freaking out like, no, that's my kid. He's trying to get custody of his kid. Cause he's still with Child Protective Services. They won't give him to the baby, but the Child Protective Services are trying to have the father have custody because he was like trying to get his son. But the woman, they have not got her, but once they do, they said they're going to charge her with felony child endangerment.
Yeah.
Or child abandonment.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I was like, who just leaves a baby and runs off?
Do people think that the woman left the baby there because she found out that the father wasn't home?
I don't, the way she dropped the baby off and like rang the doorbell a bunch of times and knocked is like she had somewhere else to be. And this was just like out of her way, an inconvenience. Like, that's the feel I got when I watched it. I was like, then why tell your friend that you would do that? First of all, you were already late. The dad was waiting. And then I was like, the dad, why wouldn't he just be like, I'll come pick him up or something like that?
Yeah, I think that too. Also, I wonder, I mean, they don't have the woman in custody, so they can't ask her.
Yeah.
But like, why was there like that delay in time? Like, that's like multiple hours.
Yeah.
Many hours late.
Right.
And then if she just like rang the doorbell and like dashed, like, yeah, I guess that's true. You can't say she probably was trying to like leave him with the neighbor, which also is way less safe.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would just go to the neighbor,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, they were saying that she didn't know which house was his, so she just thought it was that house and left him.
She didn't know what house was his?
Yeah. I'd be like, why don't you verify? Give me the house number or something.
Yeah, like, did the mom not...
Oh, I don't know. If that was my quote-unquote friend, no, we would not be friends anymore. You're just going to leave my baby on somebody's doorstep?
Yeah, no, definitely.
That is crazy. Yeah. And
friendship over.
Right. And even when she like drove off, she didn't drive in front of the house to like double check or just wait. She went the complete opposite direction from where the like front door was. So she kind of like ran around and then drove the other way. I was like, what is going on? Who would do that? Who would do that to a baby?
Right. Even if it's like not your friend's baby.
Yeah.
That's like a baby, like a child.
Right.
Why would you just leave it there?
A 2-year-old. Yeah.
That's so sad. You just give it its bags and
I know.
leave.
I know.
It's like, good luck, kid.
Right. And it's like you said, they're lucky that somebody was home to like answer the door and, take care of the situation,
right.
Even if he did, end up in child custody, but still it's like, you don't leave anybody's kid just randomly.
Right. I don't even like leave. Like if I'm like bringing a gift to my friend, I don't even leave it.
Yeah, I know.
Like someone might steal it, Like,
Exactly. It was just horrible. I was like, this is the worst thing that somebody could do to a kid. Like,
Right.
I have kids,
Yeah.
so it just like touches me. I'm just like, oh, I'll be so mad. So I don't know. It's
that poor child.
yeah. And I hope, like, I don't know what kind of person the mom is or why it said she was in the hospital or anything like that, but it seems like the dad is genuinely trying to be a dad and be there for his kid. Like if he's waiting and then he doesn't hear anything, so he's like, okay, then, I got things to do too. But still, it's like, you don't, like, your baby didn't get dropped off all night. You know what I mean? And
Right.
unless you have like one of those crazy baby moms who's just all like, I'm keeping him, forget you, and just doesn't respond, know, because I know some of those.
Or if there's like anger between like the two of them, it just doesn't want to respond to text messages or something.
Right.
Yeah. Man,
And that's kind of, that's kind of like what it seemed too. Like the lady who dropped him off, even though it was it made it seem like it was an inconvenience to her. Like even if I can imagine if it was the dad's house and she just wasn't, because she's supposedly friends with the mom, she didn't want to be around like the girlfriend or new wife or whatever. So she's just like, here's your kid, and runs off. You know what I mean? But that's so immature.
Right. Yeah. I guess I could see that, but yeah, that's not like a good excuse.
Yeah. No, it was ridiculous. I couldn't believe that I even saw that at all. I was like, oh gosh, this poor baby, this poor family, like the dad is probably freaking out. But I don't know. I don't know why you would wait the next day to figure out where your kid is.
Right. I'm surprised that if he found out on the news, he didn't try and track down the kid before.
Right. That's
that,
exactly. So it's like the whole night and evening, that you don't have your baby and he's supposed to be there and you're just waiting. Like you don't go looking for him.
Yeah.
You don't call anybody. You don't double check with anybody or show up at somebody's house and be like, hey, where's he at? And especially if the wife's or the mom is in the hospital, it's like, I'll go to one of your parents or brother or sister's house and just leave the baby there. I'll pick him up. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Right. And also if the mom's in the hospital, I feel like you have to assume the baby's not with her.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. So I don't know. That was just a crazy, crazy thing that I read. I don't really like seeing stuff like that because it's heartbreaking to me, because I swear I would hurt people. Hurt people if that was my kid. I was like, a lot of people would be hurt right now.
Yeah,
or maybe just in
so.
my mind. Like, you're a horrible person. Why would you do that?
There would at least be some angry text messages.
Oh yeah. In all caps.
Yeah, all
caps.
the angry emojis.
Right? The angry face, the
Yep.
frowny, I don't know. But the baby's face, definitely, I felt so bad that just kind of, when you see his face, like after she runs away, because he kind of just like gets dropped there, and then as the lady runs away, he kind of like watches her, turns around and watches her, and then like kind of turns back towards the door like, well, what now? Like, what do I do? So,
That's so sad.
yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I'll take you. I'll make it work, I swear. But that was just super sad. I hope they catch this lady, because I feel like whatever charges they put on her, she deserves that. She definitely did not have to act in that manner with somebody else's kid. You know, I mean, if you want to do that to your own kid, give it to a church or something if you don't want it, but still you don't get to just do that and get away with it.
Right.
That's just horrible. So we're going to take another quick break, and on our next topic, it will be more on a positive note.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be, visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Welcome back to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. We are going to move on to our next topic that's a little bit more positive. The Mega Millions jackpot is, when I was looking up this yesterday, it was at $1 billion. Today it's at $1.6 billion, which moves it to the number one largest drawing in history.
Oh.
Before, the first largest was $1.5 billion, and it was a Powerball. But because this has hit $1.6 billion, it's the number one now. So
wow.
If you win, my name is Arianne. I will be your friend.
I'll make you some cookies or
Right?
something.
I will learn how to cook for you. I'll do no.
It's not
Just
worth
good
it.
luck. Yeah. Anybody who chooses to go out and play, I wish you guys all the best. I'm gonna go get a ticket later.
I know. I should go get a ticket.
Yeah, you can't win if you don't play, Heidi.
Man, okay.
So yeah, we got to go get our tickets. It hasn't. I think they do the drawings on Saturday. What is it? Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I don't know. I've
Maybe
only done
on-
like the scratchers.
Oh,
I've never
okay.
done like the drawings.
Okay, maybe.
So then today is Saturday.
Well, I know the Powerball gets played Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Okay.
I don't know
So-
which one Mega Millions
Okay.
gets done.
So we might still have a few more days.
Yeah, just go
Okay.
get one.
What's the date today? Is it the
Today's
20th?
Today's the 20th.
Okay,
yes.
so then, man, we only have a few more days to play. We better get our tickets.
Yeah, we got to get them. So when this airs on Monday, we'll let you know if we won.
Yeah.
On our next.
On the next time we
Yeah.
talk. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't be here.
Oh, I know, right? I quit. I quit. No,
I'm going on vacation.
Exactly. I'll be back in a year or two.
Yeah.
I got things to do.
We're doing the podcast from the Caribbean now.
Exactly. There you go. We can even buy our own equipment. Just take it with us.
Buy an island. That's
Yeah,
all
we
need.
could. Oh, yeah. Have them make them for you because now they just make man-made islands, so we can just do that.
Oh, God.
But anyway, it is up there, guys. So if you're gonna play, please be safe about it. I did look up a little. So an attorney wanted to just give out some advice if you did win, if you were the person who won, or people who split it however many ways. You know, he was saying there's a few things you should probably do when you win. He says, stay quiet. Don't tell your friends and family immediately after, because then they just start, hitting you up on, oh, well, I got this, I got that, let's do this. And you want to make sure that you have your mind clear when you make certain decisions about what you're going to do with this money if you win. So
That makes sense.
Yeah. So he was like, I guess they give the winner a few weeks before they have to actually announce who they are, which is crazy because I know in some states that they let you stay anonymous. So I don't think California is one of those states.
I'm not sure, actually. So then that means when you win, like you find out that you won, do you then have a few weeks before you have to tell the lottery, or the lottery has a few weeks before they release your name?
Well, I think you have to claim your prize in a certain amount of time, but before you, say who you are, they give you a certain amount of time after you claim it also.
Okay.
So he says, take the few weeks they give you before you come forward and tell the world who you are, just so people aren't randomly, finding you on social media, emailing you, calling you, and trying to get a handout.
Right, doing that, before you've had some time to clear your head.
Exactly. And also asking you for money you don't even technically have yet. So you might have the ticket, but you don't have the money, and you don't want to go making promises to people that, you might possibly have to break later. Just take a moment, take a few weeks, kind of get the jitters out, clear your mind, however you choose to do that, but make sure that you stay clear-headed during the process. He also said as soon as you buy a ticket, to sign your name on it, because if you lose it and somebody finds it, it's theirs.
Oh my
but
gosh.
if you sign it, then you have already claimed that ticket.
Right. Sign it. Put a tracker on it.
Exactly. Do something.
Only keep it on your person.
Yeah, but he said that is with any kind of ticket. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like a $1.6 billion Mega Millions, if it's a Powerball, just whenever you get a ticket, just sign the bottom of it, sign the back of it, whatever. Because some people pay in cash, so they can't track it back to who paid. Some people pay with credit cards. They can still do that, but I don't think that it has the numbers on it when you pay with your debit or credit card. So,
okay. So even if they could track it back to you, still whoever finds it, that's theirs. Exactly.
Unless you sign it. So whenever you go out and buy a ticket, write your name, sign it. So if something should happen to it, it's already claimed. So
makes sense.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. If you do have the option in your state to stay anonymous, I would recommend doing that. Be the anonymous claimer. Don't go putting your name out on blast and saying, "Oh, I'm the person who won," because apparently you can, I guess, with winning the lottery, you have a higher chance of death than getting like struck by lightning or something.
You have a higher chance of death? Is that because
dying,
people are...
Yeah.
Oh,
well, because
what?
and I don't know, they call it the, like, winning the lottery curse or something like that you die within a few years or you end up going broke. Like,
or someone, like,
broke.
kills you for your money.
Exactly. So if you're able to stay anonymous, please do that. Do that. Don't tell people. So... yeah, I would definitely stay anonymous.
Yeah, I definitely would. I feel like that would be an invitation for every scammer to call me.
Oh yeah,
like every robocall would be calling me and telling me I have like tax fraud or something.
I know. I'd be like, wrong person. Okay.
Also, if I won, I would definitely get an attorney because you can pay for it.
Yeah,
for sure. With
you can
all,
totally afford
like,
it.
Advice. Yeah.
And advice. Let them know, like, paying your taxes. Pay your taxes on it. Which I think if you do get the lump sum, they take out the taxes first anyway. So make sure you don't, commit tax fraud.
Can you get it any way that's not a lump sum? Like, can you get it?
You can,
like, in installments.
Yeah, there's two options. The yearly installments, so they just give you an amount like yearly, or I don't know if it's yearly or monthly, but I know they give you an amount like for sure once a year, or you can just get the lump sum, which the attorney guy did say that if you are faced with that option, he would recommend doing the lump sum and just investing in yourself instead of taking that chance of having the lottery pay you each year, just because you never know what could happen. You know what I mean? You could, knock on wood, hopefully this doesn't happen, but if you die the next year and then you just, where does all that money go
you just
to?
Didn't get
exactly.
The money. Oh.
So if you do get the lump sum, at least you can put it in a will, give it to kids, grandkids.
Right, put it in a trust.
Exactly. Something like that. So that's what he said there too, which makes sense to me because I would do that. I would take the lump sum. Payments? No. Because now I got to wait on somebody else to give me money. Not something I want to do at all. So...
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Yeah, I think after like hearing these tips, I would take the lump sum.
Yeah, me
because
too.
you can always like invest that or like put it in savings.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to wait on the man for that. I've already won.
Right, it's mine. You can go. But whoever plays the lottery, good luck. Good luck to me because I'm gonna go play it later too. If you can't play in your state, sorry. I can't help you.
Yeah, I'm really sorry if you can't play. This is a huge amount of money.
Right. But on that, we're going to end the show today. And thank you for listening. Please join us next time on the next Social Media News podcast.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Social Media Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.